So I'm going to do a few examples on the eWork. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring my calculator over here. This is very similar to the MCA calculator, so you should have some familiarity with it. So the name of this is functions in context. The term function will come to a little bit later. It's just when you write a rule and you have the inputs and then they go into the rule. So in this case, there's something called the Pythagorean theorem of baseball that predicts your win percentage based on the runs you score and the runs you allow. So I'm going to do a few examples of this. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do this box right here. So what this means is that the runs scored or the runs allowed is 500 and the runs scored is 700. So the rule has the runs scored, so I have 700 squared divided by the runs scored, 700 squared plus 500 squared. So I know 700 squared is 490,000 divided by 490,000 plus 250,000. So I'm going to do the denominator first. So I do 490,000 plus 250,000, and I get 740,000. And sports, for some reason, they always do their percentages to 3 decimal points. So let's do 490,000 divided by 740,000, and we get. So it wants. I don't know if the MCA calculator will do that, but if I'm just going to throw a decimal point in there, it tells it I want it as a decimal, 0.662. So this value is going to be 0.662. Now let's take a look and see another situation. So in that case, you're winning more than you're losing. Well, let's look at this guy right here. So this one, you're allowing a lot more runs. So your runs allowed is 800 and your runs scored is 500. So I have 500 squared over 500 squared plus 800 squared. Now, one of the things that you'll see that this gets going pretty fast because you can reuse a lot of numbers. So I have 250,000 over 250,000 plus 640,000. Just going to verify that number, 800 squared. All right, now I'm going to do 250,000 plus 640,000. So I get 250,000 divided by 890,000. Doesn't look like we had a very good season. 50000 divided by 890,000. I'm going to throw a decimal point in there because I want a decimal. I get 0.281. All right. And you'll see as you start to fill this table in, there's some patterns that will help you sort of speed it up. And so here down at the bottom, it tells us here are some teams from 2015. These were the final 4 teams from 2015. And it asks us how accurate was the function. So let's just do, we'll just do the top 2 of them. We'll just do the top 1. So we have the runs allowed. So we have, for Chicago Cubs, we have 689 squared over 689 squared plus 608 squared. So I have 689 squared gives me 474,721 over 474,721 plus 608 squared 369,664. I'm going to add that to 474721. I get 474721 divided by 844385. 74721 divided by 844385. And I get 562. So it's not too far off. It's 562 to 599. Maybe they just got blown out in a couple of games, and so their runs ran up. So I want you to do this table and then check these four. Okay. Now the second one is the body mass index. So this is one measurement to determine if people are healthy or not. And so we have a body mass index. Remember, the inputs are weight and height, and it returns a single number. So let's look at a couple situations. Let's look at the two most extreme situations. This is a 3-foot person that weighs 100 pounds. All right? So we have the height equals 36 inches. The weight is 100. So we have BMI equals the weight, which is 100, divided by 36 squared times 703. The 703 is an interesting scaling factor. It's just related to the fact that we're doing this in standard. So 36 squared is 12. So BMI is 100 divided by 1296 times 703. So now we do this division first and then the multiplication. So we have 100 divided by 1296 times 703. We get 54.2. Let's just stick to the nearest tenths. So we have 54.2. Here we're going to do somebody who is, let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. So we have the height is 72. The weight is 250. So we have BMI is 250 divided by 72 squared times 703. So we have BMI equals 250 divided by, well, we got to do 72 squared first. 5,184 times 703. Let's do the division. 250 divided by 5184 times 703. We get 33.9. All right. So what I want you to do is to do the rest of this and then calculate your BMI. If you know or approximate your weight and height in inches, you can find your BMI. And another one that is the body surface area, or BSA. It uses the same things, height and weight. This time we're going to do it the other way. We're going to take somebody who's 2 meters tall and weighs 50 kilograms. That's a rail thin person. Rail thin, probably sickly ill. So we have the weight is 50 kilograms. The height is 200 centimeters. So we have BSA, which is a function of weight and height, is the square root of 50 times 200 divided by 3,600. So we do the multiplication, we do the whole numerator, then the whole denominator, then we divide, then we take the square root because that's a grouping symbol. So we have I can do that one. I have 10,000 divided by 3600 square root. So I have 10,000 divided by 3600. 10,000 divided by 3600. I get 2.777 repeating. Square root of 2.778. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So we got 1.66 repeating meters. So you think a meter by a meter, that's 1. So this is a pretty frail person. So we have 1.66 here. We'll go to 2 decimal places. Now let's look at somebody who weighs close to 250 pounds but is only a meter high. Here we have a weight of 110 kilograms and a height of 100 centimeters. So we have square root of 110 times 100 divided by 3600. So we have the square root of 11000 divided by 3600. So we have 11000 divided by 3600. So we have the square root of 3.056. $1.75 meters. Meters squared. So notice that this is somebody who is less than half the height, but they have more body surface area. So I want you to calculate fill in this chart and then calculate your surface area. Multiply your height in inches by 2.54 to get your height in centimeters, and divide your weight in pounds by 2.2 to get kilograms.